scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Victoria Crawford. From Charlotte, North Carolina, she is the undeniable Diamond, Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard walking into this match to shut down a rivalry that goes back to the early days of friendship she had with Indi Hartwell. And Indi Hartwell has been very upfront about the fact that Tessa Blanchard did indeed help her get opportunities out here. Tessa Blanchard would wrestle multiple matches on cards for free just so she could get her friend Indi Hartwell a match over here in the United States. That much is true, but this is a very different Tessa Blanchard here now in 2025.
Opponent from Melbourne, Australia, Indi Hartwell.
I think ultimately, Ray Walt, there's a lot of bitterness and jealousy coming from Tessa Blanchard when it comes to Indi Hartwell. You talked about the years and the history and the things that Tessa Blanchard did for Indi Hartwell. Those are all well and good. Those are fantastic. Indi Hartwell made a name for herself in this industry. And I think there's a lot of jealousy because the same night that Indi Hartwell showed up here in TNA Wrestling, that her signing was announced, was the same night that Tessa Blanchard lost her Knockouts World title match against Masha Slamovich. I was back at Rebellion just a few months ago. Tessa Blanchard's made it very clear since she stepped back into this company that she wants to get back to the Knockouts World Championship, and she's seen Indi Hartwell building momentum, is unbeaten in singles competition thus far. I think Tessa Blanchard sees someone on the rise and wants to take down Indi Hartwell.
I mean, look, if she wants to take down Indi Hartwell, because there's no doubt about it, you're right, the momentum is in the favor of Indi Hartwell in a lot of ways. If Tessa Blanchard wants to strike down some potential competition on the way to that title, I don't blame her. Jealousy is a bit of a reach for me, Hannafin. I mean, Tessa Blanchard is an accomplished athlete in her own right, winning titles all over the world. I don't think, quite frankly, either one of these two have anything to be jealous about with each other.
I think Tessa Blanchard is jealous of the success that Indi Hartwell has had, former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, former NXT Women's Champion. Hell, Tessa joined us on commentary and said,
look at this.
Indi Hartwell's done nothing in this industry. Tessa's delusional, in my opinion.
Right now she's getting her clock cleaned, courtesy of her former friend, Indi Hartwell, no doubt about that.
Our referee, Frank Castano, charged with this matchup. Contentious already in the early going.
And let's not talk about the walking head case. Victoria Crawford on the outside, the X Factor anywhere she goes.
Hartwell stomping out. Tessa Blanchard in the corner. But Blanchard sliding to the outside, trying to avoid Indi Hartwell, trying to get Hartwell to chase.
A little merry-go-round action here.
Oh, and there's Blanchard to meet Hartwell at the ropes.
And here's the thing, I'm worried for Indi Hartwell, because if you've listened to her over the past several weeks, I told you she's very upfront about admitting what Tessa Blanchard did do for her. And that's kind, that's well and good, that's humble. But here, this is the situation. You can't afford to be humble. I hope that Indi Hartwell's better nature, her good nature, doesn't cost her.
Oh, now Blanchard, separating herself from Indi Hartwell.
Lord knows that Tessa Blanchard is not going to have any good-natured intentions towards Indi Hartwell. Look at this. Ooh! Oh my God! Just wrapping around, slamming the head of Indi Hartwell into the apron. Again, that nasty side of Blanchard that comes out in every time she steps in the ring.
Now Hartwell tossed back inside the ring. Oh, Blanchard to meet Hartwell. Looking for a cover. Hook to the leg, shoulders down, and a kick out. Listen, we understand the landscape. Hold on, cover here. amongst the knockouts still to come tonight. It's title versus title. Winner takes all. The TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich versus the NXT Women's Champion JC Jane. That is a gargantuan matchup, and at the same time, we talked about on the countdown to Slammiversary, Ash by Elegance, one half of the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, is also the #1 contender to the Knockouts World title.
The cover here.
Cover, and a power out there by Hartwell.
And there is certainly a line forming in the Knockouts division, and right now, Indi Hartwell's not going to be standing in any lines for too long if Tessa Blanchard has her way here.
Oh, open palm strike. That left leg, to your point, Raywald, is giving Hartwell trouble. Oh my God, and I think Blanchard was going for a leg DDT. Close quarters there in the corner.
Almost a dragon screw kind of scenario. Either way, the leg just further tweaked. And that's a smart move. I mean, Indi Hartwell has a pretty substantial height advantage over Tessa Blanchard. That just literally,
dumping Hartwell on the knee. Here's the cover, kick out.
Quite frankly, it chops the tree down, so to speak.
Smart tactic here by Blanchard.
I mean, credit where it's due. Hartwell keeps trying to get up to her feet. I just don't know how much more she can do.
And this is certainly the toughest competition Indi Hartwell has faced thus far in her time here in TNA Wrestling. So we're going to learn a lot about Hartwell tonight, regardless of the outcome.
Ooh.
Oh, and a shot right to the back of the knee.
And he barely even gave all that force, and the knee just caught up in the rope there.
Now Hartwell battling out of the corner. Hartwell knows what it means to be the underdog in a fight. Taken off her feet, however, by Blanchard. Here's the cover, forearm in the face, kick out by Hartwell.
The ferocity, the tenacity of the undeniable diamond on display here. Again, Indi's having a hard time even just walking. I don't know how she's gonna be able to mount any kind of comeback here if Tessa keeps having her way like this.
Hartwell had a brief flurry in the early stages of the matchup. It's been all Blanchard ever since. And an open palm strike, that right leg draped across the second rope, and Blanchard trying to do damage there. Very close range. Blanchard's done this a number of times, trying to back Hartwell into the corners.
Wait a second. Indi Hartwell managing to get a little bit of control of Blanchard here. But again, how much damage is done to the leg? How much stability does she have, especially in a top rope situation like this?
Oh, now Blanchard off of the top.
But holding on, Indi holding on.
Going for a sunset flip power bomb there, and a shot to the back of the right knee.
Hartwell cannot afford to let things like that happen. Bad position here for Indi.
Oh, and face first into the top turnbuckle. Look at the strength of Hartwell.
Using all her upper body strength that she's got, and Indi Hartwell showed up here tonight. And probably the best shape I've ever seen her in her career.
Completely agree. Hartwell, however, trying to protect the knee as best she can. Can't seem to do it.
It's hard. I mean, there's so much you do in that ring. You can't hide it. To base for anything at all.
Hartwell chasing down Blanchard on the top turnbuckle. Hartwell taking a risk here, going on to the ropes, going after Blanchard.
Can't waste any time though. Now trying to soften up Tessa Blanchard here up on the top rope. Again, can she base for this? Look at this all the way up top.
Indi Hartwell with a superplex to Tessa Blanchard.
That took a lot out of Hartwell though too. But it could be the opening she needed.
What a crowd on hand tonight for our 21st annual Slammiversary, live around the world on pay-per-view and TNA Plus at the UBS Arena on Long Island, New York. But right now, both Indi Hartwell and Tessa Blanchard down center of the ring.
Both athletes trying to get back to a vertical base. Indi Hartwell on one leg nonetheless. Now these two former friends, former roommates, go back so many years, now just slugging it out. in the center of the ring on TNA's biggest stage.
Big shot there by Hartwell, sending Blanchard into the ropes. Ooh, Hartwell standing and throwing strikes with Tessa Blanchard. Now Indi Hartwell lashing out. Hartwell on the move. Oh, and a knee right to the midsection. Tessa Blanchard slows up Hartwell.
Great wherewithal from Blanchard, able to slow things down, but not enough. And here on one leg, Indi Hartwell trying to turn this matchup around.
Series of clotheslines there by Hartwell, is trying to push the pace, but so difficult to do with the knees injured.
Saw they're gingerly trying to land as much on one leg as possible.
Oh! Boot right to the face there by Hartwell. Blanchard down center of the ring. Hartwell's going to the top turnbuckle, it looks like.
The intense look in the eyes of Indi Hartwell tells the story.
Hartwell, oh, the elbow to the spine. Here's the cover. Oh, what a power out there by Blanchard.
That was a huge risk. It paid off for Hartwell, but not enough. You can even see it there on the face of Indi Hartwell. What more does she have to do? What does she have to pull out of the playbook to put down a former world champion?
Now Hartwell trying to get Tessa Blanchard back up to her feet.
Trying to maybe go for Hurt's donut.
Blanchard felt it coming. Pulls out one of the injured legs.
Ooh.
Oh, it creates an opening. That left leg, however, has taken more damage at this point. Oh, and now look at this. Tessa Blanchard going for a submission.
Got the legs tied up in knots here. Hartwell, though, able to counter.
Couldn't hold on to it. Hold on. There was a cover. Close range super kick there by Blanchard. Hartwell to the outside.
And now Blanchard picking up steam here.
Tessa Blanchard wiping out Hartwell.
Blanchard digging in to that lucha libre background she honed in Mexico. Is that enough to open the door to get a win here? Is it enough?
Cover hook to the leg and a kick out.
And now it's Blanchard's face who's telling the tale. The disappointment. It's taken a lot more to put down her former friend than I think even she may have anticipated. But now, is this the moment? Blanchard could be looking to put things away here.
Look at the strength of Indi Hartwell trying to hang on here against Blanchard. Blanchard to the center of the ring, Hartwell in pursuit, now on the move. Hold on, spinebuster there by Hartwell. Hook to the leg, is this enough? Oh, and a power out by Blanchard.
Both these women have hit some of the biggest shots in their arsenal, and still has not been enough to put either one away.
First time these two have gone one-on-one in 7 years. Hartwell and Blanchard trying to separate themselves.
You can see the gears trying to turn in Indi Hartwell's head. And again here, trying to maybe hook it.
Once Hurt's donut. Tessa Blanchard feels it coming. Well scouted. Got to give credit to Blanchard on that front. Hold on now, Blanchard. Oh, wait a minute. Caught with the head scissors. Blanchard able to escape.
Wait a second. Oh!
Big forearm shiver there by Blanchard.
Floating over. Hell of a counter there.
Uh-oh. Oh, the Tiger Driver. Here's the cover. Oh, and a kick out by Hartwell.
And Blanchard can't believe it. But there was a little less oomph behind that kick out, if you ask me. Indi Hartwell is starting to feel it. Take a look at this. The Tiger Bomb. Absolutely perfectly done, but Indi Hartwell just barely able to kick out. And now it is Blanchard who scales the ropes. Hartwell in her sights could be thinking magnum.
Oh, wait a minute. Instead, went after the knee there of Hartwell. Blanchard trying to figure out how to put this thing away. Is it time?
No!
Oh, face first. Hurts, don't it? Cover. Oh, and a kick out by Tessa Blanchard. However, I don't think Indi Hartwell got all of Hurts Donut the way she typically has done.
And now, though, you see Indi Hartwell just trying to get some life back into this matchup. Digging down deep into the arsenal.
Ooh. Hartwell sending Blanchard into the top turnbuckle. Hartwell trying to think of something big here. Went for one of her best moves in her arsenal. Granted, didn't get all of it, but still, got to figure out a way to put away Blanchard here at Slammiversary.
What is she thinking here? What is it going through the head of Indi Hartwell as Blanchard fights back?
Shots right to the back of the neck there by Blanchard. Dangerous situation here for both these knockouts. Cutter over the top by Blanchard.
And not done yet, immediately going back to the buckle.
Is Blanchard thinking Magnum once again? Hartwell is stunned. There it is! Magnum! Cover! Oh, and a kick out by Indi Hartwell!
How is there still life in Indi Hartwell after all this punishment? The punishment to the leg, the brutality of Blanchard.
First this cutter. Hartwell was on the second rope, and Blanchard immediately follows it up with Magnum. No one has been able to kick out of Magnum since Tessa Blanchard returned to this company back in December.
And Blanchard cannot believe it.
Oh, kick right to the face, and now will the frustration overwhelm Tessa Blanchard? We've seen that happen in the past.
And I can't blame her for letting the temper flare.
Oh.
That's just how personal this thing has gotten. It's gotten so physical at this point now, too. Wait a second.
Hartwell, went for Hurts Donut into the ropes. Throat first, face first. What a sequence by Hartwell.
Enough!
Indi Hartwell's beaten Tessa Blanchard.
Here is our winner, Indi Hartwell.
A hard-fought victory in a very physical matchup from Indi Hartwell here.
Indi Hartwell persevered and overcame Tessa Blanchard tonight at Slammiversary. What a sequence there down the stretch. Hurts Donut into the top rope and immediately followed it up. Very smart.
Hartwell withstood it all and came out victorious. And you have to imagine up next for Indi Hartwell is keeping her eyes close on the prize that is the Knockouts World title.
Indi Hartwell just scored her biggest win today against Tessa Blanchard here at Slammiversary. She remains unbeaten in singles action here in TNA.
Indi, congratulations, a huge victory over Tessa Blanchard. Momentum is clearly on your side, so what's next?
What's next? I mean, when I said I was coming to TNA, I said I was going to be at the top of the Knockouts division. I just beat a former world champion. So what's next? I'm watching that title match.
Oh my God, and Blanchard attacking Hartwell after the fact.
The sore loser, and now, Jesus. Blanchard getting in the face of Gia Miller and now just beating down.
Oh my God, what the hell? What the hell?
Jesus, come on.
The hell are you doing?
What the Sam hell is this?
Victoria Crawford getting involved, preventing Indi Hartwell from helping Gia Miller. Can we get some damn security out here?
TNA Thursday Night Impact starts January 15th at 9, live on AMC.